Hi everyone, this is Kristen with the Tech Reviewer, and today I'm here with a first look at some drop protective cases from ESR for the iPhone 15 Pro Max. So we got the classic hybrid case with stash stand, and then we have the Air Armor clear case set. This is a case, two screen protectors, and some lens protectors all bundled together. And then we have the Cloud Soft case with stash stand. So all three of these cases are going to meet or exceed military grade protection standards, and they all come with ESR's super strong HaloLock magnets for a superior MagSafe experience, and two of them come with ESR's super cool stash stand. Let's take a closer look. Looking first at the Cloud Soft case for the iPhone 15 Pro Max with stash stand. So this is just a lovely case made of a soft silicone, has a velvety feel in the hand. You've got some flex to it, but not tons. We've got this cool stash stand here on the back around the camera rim area. So we're going to look at that more closely afterwards. I'm loving the fact that we do not have a slit button design on here, so that's great. Got a spot for a wrist strap down here. And then looking in the interior, we've got a soft microfiber lining. This case is MagSafe, and not only is it MagSafe, it is HaloLock MagSafe. So the magnets in this should be super strong. All of the HaloLock accessories that I've tried from ESR have had amazing magnets, so I am expecting that this one is going to be the same. Overall, just a really nice case. So this is too early for me to have my iPhone 15 Pro Max yet, but I do have a dummy that we can try this out on. So checking this out with the dummy 15 Pro Max, you can see we've got a good amount of lip on here. So a little bit more lip in the corners, but still plenty of lip all the way around. This case does offer military standard drop protection, so that is excellent. I'm not noticing any sagging here anywhere. You can pull it away a little bit from the dummy, but honestly, I think that looking at something like that with a dummy is not necessarily going to be super accurate. But at any rate, what I'm seeing so far looks good. Looking down here at our port openings, so we've got asymmetrical port openings for an asymmetrical port design, so that's all great. And everything looks good here for USB-C. And then going up the sides, again, we've got the spot here for a wrist strap. And then the buttons, I can't really try out the buttons with this dummy iPhone, but everything looks good. Nice covered button design here for the action button and everything else. And then looking at the view from the top, lots of lip, should be nicely protective. And then going over here to the side button, again, everything looks good. And we got a little bit of branding down here at the bottom, but it's really not very obtrusive. So looking at the back of the case, everything looks just lovely here. This material has a velvety feel underneath the fingertips, just so nice. Gives you a nice amount of grip. However, silicone does have some issues, so probably the biggest thing is that it is an incredible lint magnet. It'll attract lint, pet hair, etc. So that's definitely a downside. And although regular fingerprints are not really going to show up that much, you will have an issue with greasy smears or fingerprints showing up on this type of material. Those are the downsides, but there's a lot of upsides with this type of material. Great grip, great look, and I just think that this is a wonderful case in the hand. So as far as MagSafe is concerned, this has HaloLock MagSafe, so stronger magnets than what Apple has. I've been very impressed with all of the HaloLock accessories that I've had in the past. So checking this out with Apple's MagSafe wallet. So got a nice tight connection on here. Everything is really good here. And then looking at it with one of my favorite power banks, the ESR Kickstand Power Bank. This one's 10,000 milliamp hours, so some serious capacity, and it's got great magnets. So, wow, just really good, nice and tight. So I think everything is very good with this case in that respect. And then finally, looking at the stash stand. So this is really pretty cool. It's made of a zinc alloy, seems very sturdy. So when you open this up, you can use this as a stand in this way. You can turn it around, use it as a stand that way. You have adjustable angles. Everything holds up very well here. And you can even use this in portrait like this. So when I saw that on their website, I thought, okay, it's going to totally fall over. And it will if you do this a whole lot. But particularly if you have it more or less straight, and if you have your phone like this, it's reasonably good. I mean, certainly good if you're just watching a video, or if you're reading something, you're not likely to be knocking it over. So it works in portrait as well, but I think probably landscape is going to be the best. And they also point out on their website that you can use this as a ring holder, but I think it's a pretty bad ring holder. It's actually probably okay if you just want to hold it like this, like your hands are full, and you can just slip it through a finger or something like that to hold. So that's maybe okay. But mostly it's just a stand, and it's a really good stand. And when you're using it as a stand, of course, you can be doing something like MagSafe charging with a power bank. It's not going to get in the way. So that's nice. Some ring stands that you have that are going to be a stand over here rather than around the camera area are going to be interfering with things like power banks. But in this particular case, of course, you don't have that issue because your stand is around the camera area. So really cool thing. Definitely gives you tons of protection around your camera. So this is a very high camera rim. So for those of you that go around being nervous about their cameras, I think you're going to be very happy with this because you have an extremely high lip around them. Overall, really, really nice case. So the second case we're going to be looking at is the classic hybrid case with stash stand. So this has that same stash stand here around the camera rim. It's also going to give you military standard drop protection. We have these air guard corners here for extra protection. This one does feature a slit button design, so that's a little bit disappointing because dust or dirt can get in through those slits. But the reason that they're there is they typically make the buttons more responsive. We've got a spot down here for a wrist strap or lanyard. More air guard corners down here. Asymmetrical port openings for an asymmetrical port design, so that's good. Little tiny bit of ESR branding down over here, and then more buttons. So this case again is MagSafe with ESR's super strong HaloLock MagSafe. So that's exciting. Got a clear back on here, and you can feel this just a little bit, but it doesn't feel like it's going to be able to scratch your phone or anything like that. Overall, everything seems quite nice with this case. So checking this out on the Dummy 15 Pro Max, I think everything looks good here. We seem to have a reasonably good fit here. No crazy sagging anywhere. As far as lip is concerned, you got a high lip on the top and the bottom, a little bit lower lip here in the middle. Going down here to the bottom, everything looks great with the port openings, asymmetrical port openings for an asymmetrical port design, and everything looks fine here as far as your USB-C opening. And then we've got these air corners here, these air guard corners for extra protection, spot for a lanyard. Going up the sides, this TPU material here is giving you a nice amount of grip. And then going up here to our buttons, slit button design is a little bit disappointing, but I imagine they work well, although I can't really test them very well here on a dummy phone. Looking at the view from the top, I think everything looks good. Should have plenty of protection here for the screen. And then going over here to the side, another slit button design button. Looking at the back of the case, everything looks lovely. This crystal clear material is going to do a wonderful job in showing off the beauty of your new iPhone 15 Pro Max. So I'm liking the look of this black MagSafe ring combined with the black sides and the black camera area here. I think it looks really nice. There's also one other color available for this as well. It's called clear black, so that's going to be like a translucent black color. So that's also another great option. So issues with this material are that it's probably going to have a problem with fingerprints and scratching. So this type of hard, clear material is probably not going to turn yellow. but fingerprints will be an issue. Can't do much about those except carry around a microfiber cloth or use your t-shirt to wipe them off. But as far as scratching is concerned, you're going to be helped by the fact that you've got very slightly raised corners here, and those in conjunction with your raised camera rim are going to help keep the majority of this case back very slightly raised above a flat surface when this is placed on its back, and that's going to help reduce everyday scratching. So as far as the MagSafe magnets on this case are concerned, the HaloLock magnets are super strong. They're even stronger than the ones on the CloudSoft case. So when you put something like your Apple Wallet on here, it is really, really hard to get it off. I mean, these are some serious, serious magnets on here. So that is all great. And then looking here at our stash stand, this is going to work just the same as the one on the CloudSoft case. So you just open it up here, adjustable angles, goes up to 85 degrees. And you can have this as a portrait stand. It honestly actually is more stable than I thought it would be. As long as you don't tip it around a whole lot, it's going to stay in pretty good shape. Obviously, it's going to work well in landscape, and you can change your angle, and you can even use it kind of as some sort of a holder, although that seems kind of weird to me. But tons of protection here for your rear camera. Everything looks really good there, snaps into place when you're not using it. And overall, I think everything works really well with this case. Again, military standard drop protection, so you can feel pretty confident using this with your phone. So the third ESR case we're looking at is the Air Armor Clear case. So this one's got clear sides and a clear back and a white MagSafe ring. This one does not have the stash stand, so that's a little bit disappointing, but it is HaloLock, so it should have really strong magnets on here. This particular version comes bundled with 2 screen protectors made of tempered glass, as well as 3 individual lens protectors for your phone. So all of those together are $28.99 if I remember correctly on ESR's site, and they're also going to be available from Amazon as well. Amazon pricing tends to probably vary a bit more than the MSRP you see on ESR's site, but it's probably going to be somewhere in that neighborhood. So this case has got flexible TPU sides. I would worry with this case that the sides are likely to turn yellow over time, but I think that the back should stay pretty clear, although of course you do have an issue with scratching and fingerprints with this type of a clear back case. So putting the dummy phone in here. So fit-wise with this case, we've got more give here, particularly around the buttons and the port areas. So this is not quite as good a fit as we had with the other cases we've looked at today. But other than that, I think everything looks okay. So we've got a good amount of lip around the screen. We've got protective corners here. This case is again meeting military standard drop protection standards. That's for 26 4-foot drops, so it's not crazy high protection, but it is absolutely sufficient for some people. Just depends upon what your lifestyle is and how gentle you are with your phone. Looking down here at our port openings, we got asymmetrical port openings for an asymmetrical port design, and everything looks fine as far as USB-C is concerned, as far as I can tell. And so going up the sides, spot for a lanyard, just like the others. We've got protective corners on here, always helpful in a drop. And then going here to our buttons, I mean, they seem okay, but I can't really tell much about them at this point. We do have a slit button design on here again that can let in dust or dirt, so that's a little bit disappointing. And then looking here, everything looks fine as far as our lip. Little bit of branding down here, but it's very small. And looking at the back of the case, this crystal clear material does a great job in showing off the beauty of your iPhone. Everything looks fantastic here. We have a nice look here with this white MagSafe ring. I think the white MagSafe ring with the all clear design is going to look fantastic. This probably looks really great on the new white titanium iPhone 15 Pro Max. So that's awesome. So this type of material is probably not going to turn yellow on the back, although the sides I think are at risk of turning yellow because they are that soft TPU material. The back, however, probably okay on yellowing, but not so okay on scratching and fingerprints. And they don't really have the same raised corners here that we had on the other clear case that we looked at. So that's not going to help so much as far as reducing everyday scratching. But because you have a high camera rim on here, this is going to work by itself to hold a lot of the back of the case very slightly raised above a flat surface when you put it on its back. So I think that that's going to help. So the camera rim is not a stash stand, but it is still super high. Gives you lots of protection for your rear camera. And as far as MagSafe is concerned, again, this is HaloLock, so we've got crazy strong MagSafe magnets. Really, really strong. So you don't need to worry that your Apple Wallet is going to fall off because, wow, really, really secure. So I think we've been looking at some really nice cases here from ESR. So these are all Mil-Spec, so that's a nice basic level of protection to have. And the magnets are great on them. Love the HaloLock magnets. And the stash stand is actually remarkably good. I was a little bit dubious when I first heard about it, but it works really well, very stable, and when you're not using it as a stand, it gives you an excellent amount of camera protection. So my favorite of the three would be the Cloud Soft case. It's got a great look and feel, and I'm kind of a sucker for the soft silicone cases. However, if you're looking to show off your brand new iPhone, then you might prefer one of the clear cases. And of the two, I think that the classic hybrid is the best choice because it's got a better fit on the phone and it comes with a stash stand, which the other one does not. So definitely some cases to consider if you're looking for the perfect case for your brand new iPhone 15 Pro Max. Again, this has been a first look at some of the iPhone 15 Pro Max cases from ESR. So these cases are going to be available from ESR's website, and most of them should be available from Amazon as well. So the Air Armor Clear Case set that we looked at, that comes with 2 screen protectors, 1 set of lens protectors, and a case, is going to be available in clear as well as a color called Clear Black, and it has an MSRP of $28.99. And then the Cloud Soft case with stash stand is going to come in 2 colors, black and light tan, and it has an MSRP of $32.99. And then the classic hybrid case with stash stand comes in both clear and clear black, and it has an MSRP of $32.99. Many thanks to the kind folks at ESR for sending me out these samples to review. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments section below, and I'll do my best to answer them. And do hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos, because I've got tons of iPhone 15 Pro Max and 15 Pro content coming up. Again, this is Kristen with the Tech Reviewer. Thanks so much for watching and have a wonderful day.